Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously, create dozens of quick lists, display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
It's 12:30, it's February 14, Valentine's Day. US market is positive, but it starts negative. So I want to show you with the before the bell, on the SPY, what's happened. Because it's big movement that we had at 8:30 on the inflation data release. So we will speak about that, but just before, if we look at the market, we are on a very important point again right now, because we are at the top. When we look at the market, was up around 100 points, 150 on the Dow before the release of the inflation data. So now we're just back at the level we were before the collapse of 8:30. So if we could break this, it will be bullish for the rest of the day. If we cannot, we could just continue. So, example, in our portfolio on Guru.tv, on Market Guru, we have 2 bearish ETF, SPXU and TZA. And if we break on the upside, we'll probably close SPXU. We'll keep TZA for the moment because we have more room with it. With the big movement on the downside of the market, show 300 points down at 8:30. So what's happened is the market was up. Around 100 points on the hope that the inflation data release will be lower than what the market expect. Like just to show not weakness, but to show that the inflation is not accelerating. And we had completely the inverse. So the inflation release show that the monthly inflation accelerate at 0.5 in January. Market was expecting 0.3, so it's a big difference. And in December we had 0.2, so we moved from 0.2 to 0.5. So it was a big acceleration on a yearly year over year. It did not show a big acceleration. We're still at 2%, and we are at 2.1. The market was expecting 2, so it's a small acceleration. But so when the market, the news was released at 8:30, the market plunged completely to go minus 300 points, because we all know that the reason why the market starts to start this big downward movement a week ago. Sorry, Small problem. We'll just reopen it. It was because of the acceleration of the inflation, and also it was because of the rate bonds. So with the inflation accelerating, the rate bonds also push a little bit higher this morning, and just before the show starts, they reach a new 4-year high, probably around 2.9. They were at 2.88, 2.89 this morning. So it's the reason why the inflation data was so important today, because it's the reason why we had the big movement last week, and we see that the market will react instantly at an acceleration of the inflation, because an acceleration of the inflation probably mean also that the Fed will need to raise the rate 4 times instead of 3. So it will be also bullish for the US dollar when the US dollar is strong. It could deflate the earning of the US company that they made outside of the US, because when they have the repatriation of, when they convert the profit from euro to US dollar, when the US dollar is higher, the profit in USD dollar are lower. So, but so I will continue my explanation. But the market starts to rebound before the opening. So at the opening, we were down approximately minus 100 instead of minus 300, and we continue to rebound. And since then, we are in the neutral formation at the top of the movement. So it's a really important movement that we had. At the same time, it did not change anything on our market. We are still in rebound. Nasdaq show a stronger rebound because it's less clear where the support is. On the Dow, I see my supports at 25,000 and my resistance at 25, and my supports at 23,850 approximately. And same on the SPY, around 270 and the low 257. So we could continue to rebound, and if we don't break the 270, we could go back on the low. I think the volatility could continue, and I think that we should not take for granted what will happen today with what will happen tomorrow. If you look at the resource, look at the US dollar. So the US dollar sky on the upside at the opening, but deflate completely. So the gold, I will show you the gold with the before the bell. So look at the move on the gold at 830, go completely lower, but made a major move on the upside after that. I have no explanation for it, and I think that we should be cautious about opening gold position, because acceleration of the inflation mean higher US dollar, mean higher rates, and all of those things are negative for the gold, but the gold rebounds. So I'm afraid that we could have a small correction tomorrow on the gold, or when people will have more time to analyze the data and the sub data, because most of the time it's in the sub data that we could find some point. It's also possible that the sub data show that the inflation was not accelerating as much as the data published show, and it's the reason why everything rebound. It's also a possibility. So our market are in a rebound in the neutral formation. Same on the TS6. Also, if we look TX60 support, the resistance is at 910, but it's a nice rebound. Same on the TX40 and TX20. If we look at USO we also had the old inventory at 1030. It's the reason why we had this major acceleration. Since then, it's completely flat. So we have kind of a nice neutral formation on USO. So a breakout will be positive for the stock. A breakdown will be very negative. For the moment, we should wait for the movement. And the gold is very positive, $18 up. So the gold starts to show us some move yesterday when we had some kind of a breakout, but in the downtrend today we break the trend, and we are in a multiple resistance on the gold at the same time. So it's a reason why we need to be cautious on a gold stock, because it's not sure that it could continue a lot. We are 13.50 on the gold, and on the USO we're still lower than the $60. We are 49.40. Silver rebound also. US dollar was very weak, so he stay in his downtrend. We rebound last week, and since this week we had a very negative week on the US dollar. Euro is strong, and Canadian dollar is in kind of some breakout, so it's positive also for Canada. The pound is positive, and the yen also. And look at TLT. TLT, the most important thing on TLT is to not break the major supports that we had in 2015, 2016, 2017, and we touched the low of the last neutral formation, and we just rebound a little bit after that. So look, this was just before the show starts, when I told you that the rates make a new 4-year high on the bond. So those things are we need to monitor those. And the gold, so it's now in an upward cycle. We have the gold, we have the material, we have the mining, and we have technology and upward cycle in Canada. There was nice breakout. Honestly, we think about recommending stock on a Market Guru, but we did not. Example, I like Kirkland Lake Gold. He's up 5% there. But if we look at the exit point, 16.50 approximately, it will be not far from $2. So it's 10% that we could lose. And how much we could gain? 10%, $2 also. So I'm not a big fan of the risk-reward ratio that we had right now. On Agnico Eagle, it's a downtrend also, major resistance. So I'm not a big fan. Same thing for Oceano Gold. And also the other thing that we need to monitor with the gold, it's all the major one, the big cap in the gold, Barrick Gold, Goldcorp, Agnico Eagle, Yamana Gold will publish the earning tonight. So we could completely lose the movement tomorrow, or we could accelerate. But it's kind of a gambling, and I don't think that it's good to open stock when it's like a 50-50 for the next movement. If you look also, Centerra Gold, if could break out, it could be interesting because it's a very long, it's a very important support that we wear on it. It's 2 months of neutral formation, and I think that if we break out, we could rebound up to $8, because when we look since 2015, we had a very easy range. We break this range there, but we're coming back. So I think it's something to monitor tomorrow. $6.80 for a breakout, and $8 for the target. Barrick Gold is in rebound, PVG also, and a couple of others. So we will go to the ad, and I will come back with some kind of a news and other analysis on the market.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients, and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Alright, so welcome back. So if we continue the analysis on the mining sector, it's a big V-shaped 4-day of rebound of approximately 2% every day. It's all about Teck and First Quantum. So First Quantum has his earning on Monday. He's rebounding since then. Teck has his earning this morning. Earning of Teck was $1.21. They expect $1.23. Revenue were down 10%. Stock open negative and rebound like the market. all of those stocks are not entry points today. They're rebounding since 4 days. Arizona Mining was rebounding, but it's deflating today. Ivanhoe Mine, it could be a rebound. I still think that the best thing to do right now is to day trade the movement. So you could day trade Ivanhoe Mine. If you want to play Ivanhoe Mine, I think it could be more interesting than the other one, because you could see that I will close around 310, but it's still 6.6%, and it's just a rebound, but the potential could be bigger on a stock like Ivanhoe Mine. And we had a couple also of all the stock are rebounding. If we look at Bay Mineral, they will publish their earnings next week, but also it's a strong rebound on it. If we look at the US stock, Freeport, it's kind of a breakout. Potential could be $20 or $1.50. Southern Copper is also rebounding like Freeport, like First Quantum and Teck. Teck in the States is the same thing. And we also have a big move in Rio Tinto, BHP Billiton, all of the steel and aluminum stock. So that were strong movement in the mining and the gold. Energy, we don't have any movement. It's still, he's now neutral. He was still in a bearish cycle yesterday. And if we break down, it will be very clear. If we had a rebound, it will be less clear. But we have a lot of room. But we will need to see the oil also breaking out at the same time. We had a lot of small neutral formation, so it could be interesting if we had a movement. So this morning we had a couple of news and a couple of earnings. So if we look, Bader is rebounding, MetLife also, SodaStream keep his upper trend, Hilton also, Western Union deflate completely, Groupon is in breakdown. Tech, we talk about it, and we had Canopy. We had the earning of Canopy. So Canopy, they make 1 cent a share. Market was expecting a loss of 7 share, and revenue were up 123%. We also have a positive news on marijuana stock. So the Société des Alcools du Québec signed an intention letter with a couple of producers for them to give them marijuana when it will start to be legalized for recreational use. So it's Hydro-Apothecary from Quebec that has the bigger that will have the bigger deal with the Quebec. It's 20,000 kilograms of cannabis. But if we look at most of the cannabis stock, they don't move. We're looking at the Arizona marijuana. I think it could be more interesting to open a position in HMMG, and I don't think that we need to wait until we have the real breakout at the 1960. I think that if we make a new high around 1925, it could be an entry point, and what will be positive, and I think we will also close around 1825. So it will be $1 losses. It will be more like a 5%. Then if we wait, and we will have more like 7 to 8% of potential gain. But stock like Canopy could break out. They did not. After also Aurora Cannabis. So we had a lot of stock that could break out, but it's not the case. And we also have a new ETF seed for the sector in Canada. So now we have 2 ETF, HMMG and seed are the 2 new ETF. So it's a sector to monitor. The best stock right now was Hydro-Apothecary, not far from a breakout yesterday, show a kind of a breakout also today. I just prefer to buy the whole sector than just one position. I have a question on the marijuana stock. Do you know which Canadian spot company also available in the US market? I don't think they have any. All of those stocks are not trading in the States, and most of the US cannabis stock that are trading in the US are trade on OTCBB market. If we look, most of it, they are very, very flat. And do you think TSX is up enough for TSX60 to buy HXU? Bon, HXU follow the TX60, but honestly, so we will go see TX60. It could be, honestly, it could. You just need to close at 890, because I don't know if the rebound will continue or not. It's very tough when we have big volatility like that, but on TX60 it could be a nice entry point because the exit point will be very clear. So it's 905 approximately. It was breaking there, so you could still buy it. 905 and you close at 890, so it's 15 points. It's approximately 1.5 1.8% on the TXXU, which will be like 3% at HXU. So yes, I think it could be a good trade. If we look at HXU, so it will be 32.68 approximately, and you close around 31.70, so it's approximately 90 cents, 3% that you could lose. And it's tough to know if it's going to work, but you could see today as an entry point, absolutely. So this is it for today. When I'm on the US market is not far from breaking out, but we don't have a clear breakout. A little bit more interesting on the TSX. And also, sorry, I'm expecting I want to I think that is preferable for day trading than swing trading right now. But if you play some stock and day trading and the movement is big enough, you could keep a portion of it for the next couple of days. So this is it. Have a nice day, everyone. See you next Wednesday.